So I did a sew-in recently and also did a curl texture release. And, obviously I have a different style right now. I'm a black girl, get into it. But I had a lot of people asking me about my leave out, oh my gosh, you have to straighten your hair. Aren't you scared of heat damage? At this point, I don't care. If the hair breaks, it breaks. Hair will grow back. I actually looked like a bad bee when I had short hair anyway, so it's fine. Because at this point, every style breaks your hair, or every style can threaten to break your hair. If you have weave, leave out weave, it breaks your hair. If you have braids, your edges can break. If you have crochet, your edges can break. If you have a ponytail, your edges can break. If you have a ponytail in the same place too much, your edges can break. If you straighten your hair too much, your edges can break. If you color your hair too much, your edges can break. So what can I do then? What can I do? So my hair will just be holding me hostage under deep spiritual bondage that my mum will have to be doing night vigil to pray over. I'm done. At this point, let it break. Break.
All right, guys, let's address it. Let's talk about Simply Oghosa's video on TikTok. Let it break, okay? So first and foremost, I just want to say I understand her frustrations. Let's address the first point she made. She had a sew-in and she had a leave out, and people were commenting under the video telling her, "You're not afraid your hair's gonna break. Oh my God, this, oh my God, that." Now, I am protective with heat too, but this is one thing I do not do. And this is something as naturalistas that we have to be careful, because we don't like when people comment on our hair and make certain microaggressions or discriminate against our hair texture and certain styles we wear. We also have to be careful. Even though it's not the same thing, it's still commenting on the way somebody else chooses to wear the hair. If they didn't ask you, it's no need to go under somebody's post or, hound somebody because they choosing to wear a sew-in or they choosing to get a wig. Let them wear their hair how they want to wear it. Okay, this is very important. We have to give people that freedom as well. Now, if you somebody now, this is another thing I want to say too. It does depend on your stance as well. So if you are a versatile person and people know you to switch things up, that's one thing. But if you are shunning weaves and shunning wigs and stuff like that, and then you get on TikTok with a wig and stuff, all right, yeah, because you out here vouching for something and you doing something else. But typically, guys, let people wear their hair the way they want to wear their hair, okay? Like, chill out with that. Worry about yourself. The next thing I want to talk about, okay, guys, your hair goal matters here. It's not that you can't wear different styles. As Oghosa said, she feels limited. As soon as you, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh my God, this, oh my God, that. Every little thing we do is going to affect our hair. And I read this one blog post. You think you're doing something good, then somebody does something that goes against it. And I completely understand this 100%. That's why I don't watch the news. Because you watch the news, you'll be starving and not living in a house. Because it's so much, can't do this, can't do this, can't do that. But in all actuality, you just have to do what works for you. Okay, whatever works for your hair, that's what you have to do. Your hair goal matters. So like Simply Oghosa said, she's like, let it break. I don't care no more. Some people don't have a goal of long hair. That's okay. Some people don't have a goal of healthy hair. That's okay. But if you have a goal of getting your hair long, if you have a goal of getting your hair a certain length, or you want it to bounce back, you want it to be in its best shape, the best shape possible, there are certain sacrifices you have to make, but not for a long time. Like, for example, I'm wearing my hair in mini twists. I've been keeping my hair like this for a while. This is what I call the sacrificial hairstyle. And there was another TikToker who talked about this. Like, when you want your hair to grow and when you want your natural hair to do well, you can't have those tight wigs and weaves 24/7. Hence, 24/7. You can switch it up. But if you want your hair to reach a certain length or be healthy, you do have to make certain sacrifices. Healthy hair care is the priority. Then the certain versatility in the styles and stuff like that. So another point I want to touch too, right? Like I said, taking care of your hair first, then switching it up. So for example, if your hair is dry, brittle, and damaged, and you keep going getting sew-ins, your hair is not going to reach its full potential. And that's okay if you don't care. But if you do care, there are certain changes that you're going to have to make, okay? Another thing I want to touch on too. If you had a chance to experiment, So I wore all the wigs, the weaves. I done did just about every hairstyle you can imagine. Only thing I never had was a lace front. I don't plan on ever doing that like that. But yeah, so that's the only I've had experiment. I've experimented. You should want to go get a silk press if you want to. You should want to get a wig if you want to. You should want to get weave if you want to. You should want to get a silky ponytail if you want to. That is fine. So guys, let me break this down in a better way. A person who had a chance to experiment and didn't have good results. So for example, for me, I saw that after a while, weaves were causing made my scalp itch. I was just starting to realize it was better to not have weave in my head. Not everybody will have this experience. And I also realized I wasn't taking care of my hair underneath. So, and I experimented with so many different hairstyles. So I had the chance to experiment and it didn't go right. That person won't feel as irritated as a person who doesn't have a goal of healthy long hair, is still in experimentation phase, is not really having like an allergic reaction or anything going wrong with them experimenting. So what I mean is like people who have already been there, done that, experienced it kind of and didn't have a good experience are kind of like, okay, I'm in a phase where I got to just take care of my hair right now. The people who are kind of like, I'm experimenting, I'm having fun with it, I'm not having no bad experience, they are still experimenting, so they don't have the same viewpoint. So that's another thing, and that's why we have to consider this before we comment on other people's hair, because everybody is having a different experience. I said, going back to the first point, guys, it's two extremes here. It's the point where you don't care about your hair, and then you care so much you start projecting your hair care onto everybody else. Now, I make natural hair care videos. You can choose to follow the advice I'm giving or not. It's up to you. But guys, when we're going out in social settings and someone has their hair a certain way, like, we don't need to hound them on why they don't embrace their natural hair, or why are they worried about the heat damage, are they worried about their edges. Let them wear their hair how they want to wear it, and we wear our hair how we want to wear it. I'm gonna say this again, your hair goal matters. If you want long hair, there are certain sacrifices you're going to have to make, but not for a long time. And then once you understand your hair's needs, you honor it, you balance that protein and moisture, you're pretty much good. And then you can start incorporating those versatile styles, the wigs, the weaves. Of course, giving your hair time in between to repair itself. You know, you don't want to get them back to back to back, but you can be versatile, okay? Like I said, your hair goal matters. If you want long hair, if you don't want long hair. And the next, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to touch on this video because I thought this was a really good video. And she made some few points and it made me want to address certain things. So I hope this video helps you guys. Let me know what you think about the video in the comments down below. I'm signing out. Peace.